Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day, and today the Houston Rockets play the Golden State Warriors for Game 2 of the NBA playoffs. Rockets coming back from a 95-85 loss, and hopefully the Rockets can bounce back after the Game 1 loss and get a win. This is a must-win for the Rockets tonight. The Rockets got to go out there and win this game tonight. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say this as a Rockets fan. I believe their season will be over if they do not win tonight. It would be extremely hard for the Rockets to be down 0-2, go win 2 games on the road in Golden State. I very well think it's very possible the Rockets can go out there and go to San Francisco and get 1 win. So if you are able to win this game tonight, if the Rockets are able to go out there and get the dub, then the series is tied, and I believe the Rockets can get 1 win in San Francisco, and the series comes back to Houston tied at 2 apiece. And if so, that's the best scenario for this Houston Rockets team. And I'm hoping they go out there and get a win tonight. Got to play better basketball than you did the other night. Defensively, I thought things were pretty well. You had some really bad defensive plays against Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler, but those guys are going to make plays. Outside of that, I mean, those two guys combined for 56. The Warriors had 96 as a team. 95 as a team. I thought the Rockets actually did pretty well defensively the other night. 3-point shooting and free throw shooting was the problem, and we did see a lot of the Rockets' losses in the season, 30 losses. A lot of those losses do come from bad free throw shooting, bad 3-point shooting, either or, sometimes both. And the Rockets did lose a lot of games because of that. And most times, we'd see when the Rockets would have such a poor 3-point shooting night during the regular season or such a terrible free throw shooting night and lost them the game because of those two things, either one of them or both of them, we would see the Rockets bounce back after that. So I'm feeling that the Rockets can bounce back in this game tonight. I think that Alperen Sengun is going to continue to do what he's doing. Steven Adams, Jabari Smith Jr., those guys are going to continue to play good basketball. I really do think so. They looked great in Game 1, and I think they'll look great tonight. The Warriors don't have a lot of size to go up against guys like Jabari, Sengun, Steven Adams. But the guys you want more from are your other guys that have great size that did not play well. Tari Eason and Amen Thompson did not play as good as you wanted them to in Game 1. If those guys can be better, Tari Eason shot 3 for 10, Amen Thompson didn't even reach double figures. You want those two guys to be better. Dillon Brooks, he's another guy that I think you want him to be better. When the Rockets beat Golden State last, Dillon Brooks had an amazing performance. Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, I'm not going to really speak on them. Jalen Green, I'd love to see him have a good game tonight, but he's never played well against this Golden State Warriors team. It's been a constant struggle for Jalen. So here's the thing I would say for Jalen Green, and I think this has to be the strategy with him. If early on shots are falling, keep shooting the basketball. But if they aren't falling early on, just don't shoot the basketball. Be more of a facilitator. Jalen Green, I thought at the end of the season, as the season went on, showed that he was becoming. I thought Jalen as the season went on became a better facilitator. Really started to become a better passer as well. So I think that if Jalen Green, passes up some shots tonight, if the shots aren't falling, that would be great for this Rockets team tonight. I thought there were, a lot of shots. Jalen, he's struggling like the way he was in Game 1. If you're struggling like that, I mean, just, I know he's got open looks, but maybe one more pass is what the team needs, especially if he's in a shooting slump like he's in right now. And he just really cannot play well against this Warriors team. It's been a career struggle. It's not just something that's been happening this year. It's been a career thing for Jalen Green, and it's really unfortunate to watch. And that was really one of the reasons why I didn't want this Rockets team to face this Golden State Warriors team, is because of Jalen Green's career struggles against Golden State. But then you got Fred VanVleet as well, because Jalen Green was not the only guard in the Rockets backcourt that was terrible. It's Fred VanVleet as well. He, just like Jalen Green, Fred needs to, I know he's a good Fred, maybe, shots weren't falling, but Fred, career-wise, great 3-point shooter. He's got open looks. Fred, his instinct is to shoot the basketball. But Fred, something he's also really good at is driving to the rim, getting buckets at the rim. So Fred, if they're daring him to shoot, maybe try to get to the rim or try to create a bucket. Fred, you're a great facilitator. You're great to getting in the basket. You can do either one of those things. And I thought there were way too many threes that Fred were taking. That Fred was taking. And here's another thing I will say. And if the Rockets want to knock down threes, and early on Fred and Jalen those threes aren't falling down, instead of continuing to have Fred VanVleet and Jalen Green being the guys to continue to chuck threes, why don't you have guys like Jabari Smith Jr. and Dillon Brooks be the guy those two guys be the guys to shoot threes. Jabari Smith Jr. was perfect from the floor in the Rockets. In game one, shot 3 for 3, made his 1-3 in the corner. Not only that, but Dillon Brooks, he didn't shoot amazing from 3, but he shot a lot better from him, and Jabari shot a lot better from 3 compared to Fred and Jalen. So I really hope that the Rockets can make smarter decisions tonight offensively, and if they do that, they will get a Game 2 win. I think it starts off with guys like Tari Eason and Amen Thompson playing better at the rim, because the Rockets need those guys to play better offensively. They play great defensively, but you need those two guys to play better offensively and against such a team like the Warriors that do not have great size. And if Tari Eason and Amen Thompson can play better offensively, Şengün, Adams, and Jabari can keep at it, and VanVleet and Jalen Green can make smarter decisions. And I'm not going to say you can contain Steph and Jimmy, but maybe try to send more double teams to Stephen Curry. That's something that worked in the Rockets' last win against the Warriors. Do it again. Double team Steph. And honestly, the Warriors, there weren't a lot of successful possessions in game 1 when the Rockets would double team Steph. And I do not think the Rockets double team Stephen Curry enough in game 1. They need to do it more in game 2 is what I would say. Let me know your thoughts on this game in the comment section. Let's go Rockets.